Today I might be able to convince your parents to buy you an iPad or tablet because I will be showing you how to be productive on one, how to make school a lot funner, and how to do pretty much all your work on an iPad. Really cool. Basically, when I go to school, all I bring is an iPad, a stylus, and a couple sheets of paper for any important things I have to hand in or stuff like that. But that's very, very limited compared to, let's say, an IB student with 50 kilograms of textbook, 2 calculators, a bunch of crazy stuff. So it's a lot more convenient for people just to bring an iPad and a stylus. So when I get to school, what I would do normally is only concentrate on this one folder. This is my productivity folder, and it basically has everything I need for all my classes. It has my notebook, it has a graphing calculator, it has a text editor, a PowerPoint creator, all that on one device. So let's say I'm doing an essay at home, and I'm going to school, and I'm not fully done editing my essay. What do? I always keep all my files on Dropbox, because all my computers are synced automatically. So what I would do is go ahead and open my Dropbox. Oh, here's my essay. Now I know I have some stuff I still need correcting, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and open up in Pages so I can go ahead and edit it. Right, here's the document here. I'm not going to wait for it to download. I'm just going to go ahead and open a previously downloaded document. And on the bus to school, for instance, I can show my friends. I can ask them what's their opinion on it. Do they see any mistakes? And I can go ahead and go in here and edit all of the corrections just to make my essay that much better. That time that you spend on the bus chatting with people, you can be used to really improving your mark and getting to a better university. Trust me, I'm not all that nerdy, but I do have a social life. So it's just an example. Alright, so I think the iPad is great for that. I can edit on the go. And after, when I get to school, pretty much all schools have Wi-Fi, so I can just send it to myself, go ahead and print it, make sure a rough draft or a final draft, doesn't matter, hand it in, it's all good. And you made sure they put in that extra effort in getting an A or 90% on that essay. Really nice. Very convenient as well. Also, oh whoops, my bad, wrong button. Also, I have ibooks. I use ibooks for my textbooks. Now, my calculus class, for instance, does not use a textbook. We have textbooks, but my teacher really doesn't like it. So we have a smartboard in all my classes. And my teachers just post their notes that they draw on my board to D2L. And I can go ahead and download those documents and review them on the iPad like a piece of paper. So that's really cool. I don't waste any paper. I can go ahead and scan through it. And the best thing about it is I can actually take notes on it. I can write on it. I can put marks on it if I don't know something. A lot better than sitting in front of a computer or just printing it out. Excuse me. It's really quite convenient. I could bookmark something and I could go back to it. All my stuff is very well organized on the iPad compared to, let's say, a binder where everything is everywhere. Right? On an iPad, everything is digitally and electronically organized for you and automatically backed up to the cloud. So that's really cool. Once again, this is just a great way to view notes. You can read it like a piece of paper, and when you're done with it, you can go ahead and delete it. You're not wasting trees. You're not wasting paper. It's just very well integrated. So I love that. So that's iBooks. I use that for all my textbooks. I do have textbooks, and you can go ahead to the website and download the ebook, and I'll just put it into my textbooks on my iBooks section. Let's say, for example, I need to take notes in calculus. Okay, this is really what Penultimate is great at, and that is taking notes. I love this application. You can see over here, I take a crap ton of calculus notes, just a bunch of calculus notes from limits to derivatives, all that crazy stuff in one spot. And the great thing about this is that it's very convenient. All my notes are in one place, and I can organize them. I can just hold one down and I can drag them around, unlike a notebook where you actually have to rip the paper out and then try to do some crazy magical tricks to glue it back into place. This, I can just hold it and move it around to where I want it. Really convenient. And also, taking notes on the iPad with a stylus is a really fun way to take notes. I've gotten a lot of questions from friends. They're like, oh, that's really cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and write something. I'm going to say, Sunny is awesome. You know, as you can see, it's basically like normal writing. It's a bit messier than my normal writing, but you know, I can read it. It's all good. The best thing about this is, especially in calculus, what I can do is create graphs with precision instead of, you know, let's say I want to create a graph for calculus. The teacher tells me, draw a graph, right? This is what I would do normally. This is a very bad example, but here's my x and y axes, and then I would draw my graph. It looks horrible, and really, if you're taking notes, everything should be quite accurate. So what I would do, instead of doing this crazy junk over here, let me just go ahead and clear it. I have a special notebook dedicated to graphs, you know, different type of shapes and graphs I might use. So what I can do is go ahead and copy this, just like that. Go ahead and copy it, and paste it into my math notes. So let's say, alright, now draw a graph. While all the losers are trying to draw a perfect axis, I could just go ahead and paste it, and then boom, I'm done. And everyone's like, what? So yeah, you'll be the cool guy in class if you have an iPad. So really convenient, as I said. Really nice way to do math, and especially with graphs. There's a lot of erasing going on. There's a lot of, you know, accuracy in graphs, and the iPad gives you that precision that you need. Especially with Penultimate, you can really make curves just the way you want them. Really nice stuff. So that's how I take notes, and obviously I could write with different ink, or let's say, let's see here, let's draw a graph, and I want to label a couple of important points, and I can use different colors to label them. Let's say this is the oh my gosh, x and y intercept. Let's just put it that way, and let's say this is a important point up here and an important point down there. I can color code everything so it's easier for me to see in the future or understand in the future. Really nice stuff. And a really cool thing about Penultimate is I could go ahead and import. Remember those notes that you saw before on my calculus and ebook on ibooks? I could go ahead and import. Whoops, my bad. I can go ahead and import that document just like this. And then I could actually draw on my notes, highlight sections. I mean, this part is important. Let's say this part isn't. Let me just cross that out. I understand that already. I could, you know, use larger tip pens to highlight more important stuff. It's very, very productive. And all of these tools are at my fingertips. All these tools are at my fingertips. I don't need to carry around 5 pens to do this. I only need one stylus and one iPad. I don't need to carry 5 textbooks. All I need is an iPad and iBooks. I don't need to carry around pen and paper, right? I have a stylus. It's very, very convenient, and it's very, very productive. You don't have to waste time trying to fiddle around, trying to find things. Everything is organized for you digitally on the iPad. So really, really cool stuff. And in addition to that, you know, Apple, the App Store comes with phenomenal graphing applications, just like this one. This is a sine and cosine curve, and you know, this is really simple to go ahead and enter my equations in here, way faster than using a normal, let's say, TI-83 or TI-84 calculator. Just way more convenient, and it's a lot faster, right? On a calculator, it usually has to process and try to draw these curves. On an iPad, it's instantaneous with the A5 processor. So, and in addition, you got a lot more functions and tools that you can use. Let's say I want to trace this section, or I want to, you know, change my radian mode to degree mode. It's all up here with a touch of your finger. On a actual calculator, you gotta push through menus. You gotta, you know, go into like the math menu and then the vars menu, and then you gotta go down the menu to find what you're looking for. On this, click, 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 done. Really quick, and because it's a touch screen, it's dynamic. It's always moving. They can always add more features. On a normal calculator, they cannot do that. So really, that's all I wanted to say. I've also got a lot of more organization applications. This is my agenda. I don't use this application, but if you are those type of people that use agendas, this is a phenomenal application. As you can see, let's say Monday, you guys can see my plan for Monday. I have a department training. I have a lab due. I have a pH calculation test. So using this, it's basically like my agenda. And the great thing about this application is that it has dots under the dates, so you know how busy you are on that particular day, and you can manage your time accordingly, so you can better fit it into your schedule. So I really enjoy having all these really productive applications on the iPad. It is definitely worth buying an iPad just for school. It's improved my productivity by a lot. All my teachers love it because I can just send it to them digitally really quickly. And yeah, it draws lots of attention. Doesn't make you the nerd in the class. It actually makes you the cool guy in the class. And I really, really, really enjoy using the iPad for school. So that's my video review.